Welcome to NSU, where great things happen. I'm your host, Jillian Corder, and today with me is Dr. Randall Webb, president of Northwestern State University. Glad to have you with us again.
Thank you.
And today we have the Director of Marketing, Mr. Bill Smith. How are you?
Thrilled to be here.
Great, wonderful. Well, you joined our Northwestern family in July. Why'd you come to Northwestern?
It was a fantastic opportunity to work for an outstanding institution. You know, I'm born and raised in North Louisiana from over in Monroe, so it was a chance to also come home to the state of Louisiana and work for the entire university. A lot of my career has been on the athletic side, and that was one of the really exciting things about coming to Northwestern State was the chance to take my skills and put them to work for the entire institution.
That's wonderful. We've seen a ton of changes since you got here in July, not only on our campus, but also with our logo. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, thanks, Jill. The new logo that we've adopted here at Northwestern and a new seal and a new word mark are really indicative of the great past that Northwestern State has. The thing that I was most impressed with Northwestern State looking from the outside was this continuous history it has, 128 years of excellence and a symbol like the columns. And you see that in our logo, which is the square, just white columns, the seal, which incorporates our proud name of Northwestern State University of Louisiana, and the establishment year down in the bottom. And then the word mark is a way for us to say Northwestern State that makes it distinct when we're out there recruiting and getting the word out about the university.
Speaking of recruiting and the new logo, what do you think of it, Dr. Webb?
Oh, I was involved in the process, thought it was a good idea. It's when you're looking at something like that, chances are you don't make any kind of dramatic departure from the past. In fact, as Dr. Smith said, our history pretty well tells the tale. It helps us to where we have a feel for what a logo might be for the institution. For what the seal, we've used a seal similar to this along the way for many years, what it might look like, and then the watermark as well. And so what we're looking for is for the opportunity at every turn to try to get the good news of Northwestern far and wide.
That's wonderful. Those tiny adjustments really make a big difference in the big picture, I guess. Now, not only are we seeing a new logo and seal, but we are also seeing new billboards and commercials.
And that's part of building a new image for Northwestern. We're going this year with the local, global concept. I know a lot of people have seen that literally on the billboards. But also we're emphasizing the Northwestern State family, especially in our TV ad, where you see students from Northwestern State as the performers, telling you about the great things that are at Northwestern, and then closing it up with that tagline that we are Northwestern State. It's just another chance for people to understand that when you come to Northwestern State, you really are coming to an institution that cares about you as a student and that wants you to join a family that stretches generations.
That's great. And now this new marketing and branding, it isn't just for Northwestern here on our Natchitoches campus, correct?
That's right. You know, we've had some specialty campaigns to let people know about ENSU in particular. There are so many people in the state of Louisiana and across the region and even around the world that can take advantage of Louisiana's first and largest online campus. So we've placed billboards in some of our larger cities here in Louisiana, one right in downtown New Orleans, as a matter of fact, to let folks know about ENSU as the local alternative to participating in some of these larger online campuses. And then, of course, Louisiana Scholars College is a very special part of Northwestern's campus, and we've made some billboards to allow folks to understand how you can be a person like a Yasser El-Khattab, a captain of the football team, a leader in the community, and a Scholars College student.
How hard do you think that is to balance something like that, to get students into our university that have a little bit of everything?
Well, I'll say this, it's difficult for the students. The more talented and better prepared students are sometimes the ones who have difficulty deciding just which area they're going to work on, which area they'll assign a priority to now, and what they might do later on. But we're finding that we see more and more of our students, including student athletes, who get heavily involved in all kinds of good things at the university. I tell people that this university is truly a leadership laboratory. You're a good example right now, hosting this show on a routine and periodic basis, that this is a hands-on opportunity for you. And we tell students and their parents that Northwestern's a hands-on university. If you want to come and learn about how to be better at this or better at that, or just to be a better leader in some area of life or in general, then this is an ideal place to come to. So students coming here had better get used to being involved.
I agree with you. I think that this is the ideal place to be if you want to have hands-on experience. Now, I know that later this spring we'll be seeing a new way that students can experience our campus.
We're very excited about a new campus tour that we're creating. It will be a digital map that allows students to zoom in and move around the campus and learn about things like this media center as you click on Kaiser Hall. But it'll also have videos that we shot in this space of some of our alumni, some of our key students, telling the story of what it's like to be at Northwestern State, how Northwestern State supports them in the classroom to do all those different things, as Dr. Webb said. If you want to come here and to use the old U.S. Army line, be all you want to be, this is the school that can do it for you. And what we're hoping with this online tour, so many times, if we can get a student to Natchitoches to see the beautiful town, to see the historic campus, they fall in love with it and they come to Northwestern State. Digitally, we give them the chance to see it and entice them with the videos and the pictures and the maps that are in the campus tour to try to get them to take that visit.
So in what other ways are we getting Northwestern State University out there on the internet as far as social media goes?
Well, you know, Northwestern's had some great social media presence in the past. Of course, Dr. Webb was the first president in the state of Louisiana to be on Twitter, and he's a regular contributor there. And we've got Northwestern State's Facebook page up and running with a lot of extra content. We hear a lot from both students and alumni that they're able to keep up with the university through the Facebook page. A lot of the stories that are on the website appear there. And then on our YouTube channel, we've done a lot of expansion there. This show appears on the YouTube channel, as it has for many years, but we've added other things like specials from the Christmas Gala and little pieces of video from speeches and campus events. And I can't stress that I think that's really, really important for our distant students and for our students on other campuses. For example, we went down to Leesville and did a videotaping of Julie Kane, our excellent poet laureate of the state of Louisiana that's on the faculty here at Northwestern State. Well, the campus community here at Natchitoches necessarily couldn't go down to Leesville to see that event, so by taping it and bringing it back, her students and others that are interested in that area can participate. We've taped some things up in Shreveport at the nursing campus and put that on the YouTube channel as well. So it's a way for us to add to the WebEx and the Moodle that's already out there for classroom capture with some extra things from whether it's an Offenbach cello performance or it's the Lincoln-Douglas debates reenacted by the history department staff. It's all those great opportunities to see the exciting things that happen here at Northwestern.
Dr. Webb, how important do you believe that Northwestern's presence is on the internet, online?
Well, I think it's extremely important. In fact, my cabinet and I, probably 5 or 6 years ago, determined that that should be assigned a top priority at the university. We have a variety of media and ways in which we do communicate information about the university, but in this day and age, I have to ask myself, how do I obtain information? Well, the first thing I do generally is go to either to a site on the internet or to go on the internet and look up specifically what I'm interested in. Well, the same thing's true with prospective students and their parents and our enrolled students, because this is an opportunity for them to learn more about the university and be more involved in it. So I think it's extremely important.
Well, not only has Northwestern State had big changes as far as online goes, but what exactly on campus has changed within the past few months even?
You know, the things that I think people will begin to see is new logos around campus, the new lights, and we've talked about that here on the show. You know, there are all sorts of other improvements and enhancements to buildings, and you know, there's one in particular that we know is right on the horizon, and that's that Student Services Center. And when that comes online, you're going to have a 3-story complex that brings all of the outreach to students into one building, and I think that's going to be something that will enhance our ability to recruit, our ability to market, an advantage that Northwestern State will have over every other school in this region.
And I know from experience that students are really excited about this new building that's about to come up, but how do the alumni feel about it?
Oh, I think they get excited because I tell them about it every time I get the chance. Sometimes it's at a student recruitment activity, it might be at an alumni function, or I might just see them and talk to them, because I wanted them to know, as Dr. Smith said, this is not just another building. This is monumental. To think that we're going to have this opportunity to create this magnificent structure, this 3-story huge facility that's going to have all kinds of services for students in there. The student recruitment office will be there. The admissions office. On the other hand, we'll have the first year experience staff as well as student success. The registrar's office. We'll have financial aid and scholarships. We'll have the one card office. That will be in there. The bursar will be in there as well. And we intend to have a representative from the housing office. We want to have a situation in that building whereby, generally speaking, a prospective student and his or her parent, or a currently enrolled student, can go to one site and get virtually any information or assistance they need on this campus when it comes to service.
Now, if this one building for every different thing that a student may need is going to greatly help our students, is it also going to help maybe the flow of the university itself, all being in one building?
I think so. If you'll notice where that building is, you get a kind of a feel for what I tell prospective students and their parents. I tell them that Northwestern, large as it is actually, the campus is more of a village concept. It's really a compact environment that's easy to navigate. In fact, I hope we're able to make some progress in making the core of the campus, at least right there in the center, ultimately a kind of a walking campus as opposed to having vehicles in there, to further stress the fact that this is a special campus. It is just so easy to get around and to visit the buildings. Look at where it will be. It will be across the street from the existing student union building. It will be next door to another building. We're going to renovate and expand East Caspary into a building with other offices. Go next door, you've got the RAC. Go next door to that, and you've got Roy Hall, which is where we'll ultimately locate the entire operation of our online learning, our computing system, and information systems. All of these things will be right here in the heart of the campus, and no other campus building is that terribly far away from that nucleus.
It's a wonderful location, obviously. Now, thank you so much for being here again with us, Bill. Can you remind our viewers how to find Northwestern online?
Of course, many people know